Hi, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. Thanks for watching. In today's video, I'm going to share with you some tips on how to use recruiters and the benefits of using a recruiter to help you fill a position. In this video, I say recruiters as people who work in a recruitment firm or staffing agencies or as headhunters, not specifically corporate, maybe recruiters that are working in a company. Recruiters can help you find staff, and here are some tips and benefits of using a recruiter. So some of the benefits first off. First off, recruiters can save you time. Recruiters can help you access candidates that you may not otherwise be able to find using the tools that you have. They have access to more tools and more reach than you may have. Number two, recruiters know the labor market. For example, what the salary ranges are out there, what it's going to take to find you that next employee, and how long the process may take. Number three, recruiters can help you find, work through the process from developing a job description to figuring out what the process will be, what the best strategy will be, how long the process will take, managing the process, negotiating the job offer, dealing with credit and criminal checks, and finalizing the process right after that, all the way up until the time the person starts to the time the person has landed for a little while there with your organization. Number four, it keeps you or your staff from having to divert time and attention away from what you do best to have a recruiter do that recruiting and that search for you. It can take a lot of work and a lot of effort. You may not realize or appreciate how much work recruiters put in to finding you those best candidates, but it does take a lot of time to find those recruiters, and you don't want to take to find those candidates, and you don't want to take away time from your business in order to find candidates where it's taking away from your core business. Next point is recruiters can help you find passive candidates, and this is candidates that are not actively searching for positions. There's active candidates and passive candidates. Active are those that are actively searching for positions. They have their resume out there. They posted it on job boards. But passive candidates are the ones that sometimes are a little bit tougher to find because they're not actively searching for a position, so they're not readily accessible. Next point is a recruiter will sell your company to possible candidates. So they will give you information about what the company is all about, what you're doing, and they can be a spokesperson for you and a front for your organization. Next point is candidates are generally more honest with recruiters than they may be with you. They will generally more open up to recruiters and share their feelings about a position or about a to the interviewer or the employer. They may sugarcoat it and say, yes, I'm very interested, but then really there's underlying issues. Recruiters also know what questions to ask to debrief with candidates as well, with job seekers. So some tips on using a recruiter: make sure to have a very clear picture of what you're looking for. Give the recruiter all the information as to what you're looking for, the good, bad, or otherwise about the job, the company, the person, or anything else that will help them find you the best candidate. Make sure that the recruiter has the expertise in the role that you're looking to fill. For example, you don't want to give a search to a recruiter who doesn't have the expertise you're looking to fill. So, for example, if you're looking to fill a position for accountants and that recruiter specializes in salespeople, that's not going to be a good match. Or if you're engaging a search firm for finding you an administrative person when their specialization is in sales, it's not going to be a good match for you as well. So just make sure it's very much aligned. Third point is ask for references or find out what their experience is in servicing the type of position that you're looking to fill. Do they do these kind of searches? What's their experience? How long have they been in business for? Number four is negotiate fees, especially for an easier search, where an easier search may be where there's a lot of candidates available for the role, or if you're giving them multiple searches for your organization, or it's the same search but you're looking for several people within that. It can be a lot easier for a recruiter to help find you people like that, and then they might be a little bit more flexible on their fees. Consider using multiple recruiters if it's a difficult search. So if if you've been trying to fill a position for a while, and you know it's going to be a tough search because the labor market for what you're looking for is very specific and very unique and very tight, perhaps an industry specific position as an example, or a certain skill set, a software that's tough to find people with experience in, you may want to engage multiple search firms. Just be aware of how they could work together and be open and upfront that you are using other search firms with companies that you're dealing with. Next point is explain in detail what you want and who you're looking for, and be very honest about it. You gotta keep in mind that recruiters also fill jobs. They don't just interview, they just don't fill interview slots. So you can't just say, hey, I want to, you know, these, I have 5 slots next week. I want you to fill those slots with candidates. You want to really be aware that they're providing a service to you to narrow down the field to the core number of people. Typically, over my years of experience, sometimes we're lucky to find 1 candidate if it's a tough search. If it's an easier search, usually 3 to 4 candidates is a good number of candidates to see, so that you can gauge the market and get a good idea, especially if the recruiting firm is doing some screenings for you. Next point is that a guarantee period is typically offered on most placements that a recruiting firm will do, such that if the person doesn't work out in a certain amount of time, the recruiter will find a replacement for you at no cost. So make sure the fee agreement covers that. Make sure that you know what the guarantee period is, so you can abide by that, and any other terms about when the payment is due, the invoices are due, and so on, to protect that guarantee. You don't want to lose that guarantee, especially if you're not sure about a candidate. Second last point, number 9, is there are specific and niche recruiters out there. So be aware that if you are trying to fill a specific role that's tougher to fill, you may want to use a niche recruiter for that particular position. And then finally, with recruiters, when there may be additional services that may be offered. So for example, screening, testing. So check with the recruiter on these extra services that may be available. They might be able to do a credit check for you, a criminal check, and so on. So just be aware of those services that may also be provided. So in conclusion, when you're looking at I would compare using a recruiter to using a lawyer or selecting an accountant or someone building an addition to your house. It's a very important position, very important role, and they're a partner, and you should treat them as a partner in your organization. Be honest with the recruiter and be transparent as what is happening, why the position's open in the first place, what's happened to the last person. You want to get into all those details and be very clear about it. Recruiting may seem easy until you start doing it yourself, and that's like a lot of services and professions that you may be aware of. So when you consider the time to source candidates, the knowledge of the process, the time it takes, and the guarantees that recruiters offer, in many cases, the benefits of using a recruiter will far outweigh the fees that they would charge. So just be aware of that. There's also 2 types of firms. There's a retained search firm, and a contingency recruiting firm. So a contingency recruiting firm typically works by finding you candidates at no cost until they've found somebody. So you don't get charged until that contingency search firm finds you someone. Retained search firm, you will be charged something up front in order to engage that firm to help you find someone. So thanks for watching how TorontoJobs.ca can help you. If you are looking to fill any positions, we certainly provide recruitment services. We provide temporary and permanent positions. We have our job board, so you can post positions on our site. You can search our resume database. You can exhibit at one of our upcoming job fairs as well. And feel free to reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. My name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoJobs.ca. I've also written a book called Tales from the Recruiter that you can check out on talesfromtherecruiter.ca. And thanks for watching, and look forward to connecting with you, and feel free to reach out. Thank you.